Welcome, fans of the Sunshine State Conference, for a big match today between the St. Leo Lions and the University of Tampa Spartans. I'm Frank Orlando, faculty athletic representative at St. Leo University. On the call for this one, and we're hoping, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a game just as exciting as last night when the Lions got game one in this critical series between the at least what the preseason projections have as the top two teams in the conference. The Lions getting game one and looking to get more today. University of Tampa comes into this series at a winning record, 4-3 overall. Wins over Mississippi College, West Alabama, Southern Wesleyan, Georgia College in the month of February, but a loss to St. Leo last night cuts their winning streak. Earlier this season, they lost twice to Oklahoma Christian. The Lions, on the other hand, come into this series in better shape, 8-2-1 overall. That's right. The tie against Mississippi College a couple weeks ago. So, 1:07 p.m. and we have first pitch as Aubrey Zeckman stands in against Alex Wright, who'll be in the circle with the ball for Coach K and the Lions. It's a strike. Beautiful day. Temperatures today looking like they're going to get up into the mid-80s. Perfect day for baseball, especially if you've got some shade, because not very many clouds in the sky. Ball two, so Zeckman pulls ahead in the count. Zeckman, 292 average, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored, 3 stolen bases, someone they can get on the base pass, so Wright would be wise not to put her on. That is in there on the outside corner for strike 2. Count is level. That slapped foul. Count remains at 2-2. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Great start for Alex Wright. Alex comes into this 5 appearances, 2 starts, 2-0, with an ERA of just 1.72. Ball 1 to Jenna Newpaver. Newpaver batting .370 on the season, an RBI, 2 runs, and a stolen base to go along with it. Pitch is on the inside. So 2 balls, no strikes. Ground ball. And LaRoche throws it over to Hines. So 2 down to start the inning. Two out. Kreidler up to the plate. Yesterday, she got the game started in the first top half of the inning off Tierney Hokard with a solo shot to give Tampa the lead. Strike on the outside. Little bit of a home feel for all these teams, for both these teams rather. A lot of players from the Tampa Bay area. Kenna Kreidler no different. She's out of Newport Richey here in Pasco County. 400 average for Kreidler. 2 homers, including the one yesterday, 6 RBI, and 5 runs scored. One's outside as Wright got ahead in the count 0-2, but now it's 1-2. Ball up high. Count even at 2-2. Breezy day, making it a little more palatable for the fans here. Wind blowing out towards left field. A little bit in and towards left field. Wright wanted that one on the outside. Ola Maria tried to frame it. No dice, so the count runs full. And Kreidler gets on. So Micaiah Brumbelow Neal steps in out of Moore, Oklahoma. Freshman. Two outs, 1 on. Wright misses that one on the outside. Brumbelow Neal hitting .438 in the cleanup spot. Strike. Brumbelow Neal did not like that one. Up in the top part of the zone and out on over the edge of the plate. That one misses up high, so now 2 balls and 1 strike. Kreidler not really a threat to steal bases, or at least has not stolen so far this season. One grounded foul. The count levels at 2-2. A lot at stake here to start the season. UT, a top 5 team in the country. Lions also in the top 25. So great matchup early in the Sunshine State Conference season. One inside and just misses Brumbelow Neal, but it does run the count full. Meeting at the mound between Wright and Oliveria. That one is slapped down the right field line and foul just past the Lions dugout. Still 3-2 count. Popped up towards Bree Neal. She'll make the catch. That will retire UT in the top of the first, so we'll go to the bottom of the first with the score 0-0 on the Sunshine State.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
All right, back here at Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium. Leading off the Lions, number 8, Bree Neal, very appropriately, the woman that ended the game last night starts the game today for the Lions. And she'll be facing off against Holly Steffes. Gets that one in there for a strike. Holly Steffes in her 4th appearance of the season as that one goes in for a ball. Record of 1-1, 1.4 ERA, and a whip of just .5. 14 strikeouts over 10 innings pitched. So, tough customer in the circle for UT, and that one is a comebacker, and Steffes has no problems there. Easy put out over to first to Salisbury. Marissa Martinez steps in for St. Leo with one out. And that one is popped straight up in the air, and the catch is made. So, couple pitches, 3 pitches, and 2 outs. Yetter with the catch there. And now Abby Hines, the freshman, really gaining Coach Kimberger's trust. Moving up in the lineup to 3rd. Playing first base today. Looks at ball 1. It's a ball. Good take by Hines. So 2 balls, no strikes. Lions looking for their first base runner here in the top of the first inning. That one is fouled up and out of play into the Lions bullpen. That one is ripped into right field, and the play is made by Feast. Going to the second.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries, and what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
Okay, top of the second. Lions fans, casino night is coming up. Back for year 3. April 25th, 2026. Blackjack, Texas Hold'em, silent auction as that one's fouled off. Salisbury in, facing right. From what I've heard, there's still a few spots available, so get to stleolions.com/casino night. Still opportunity to buy tickets and to become a sponsor of a really awesome fundraising event. Carly Salisbury out of Riverview. Watches that one miss. 316 average, 3 RBI, 3 runs, and a stolen base. She scored the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th yesterday off of a sac fly from Feast. And looked like Tampa was going to walk out with a victory before that big hit by Breniel there. Grounder just under the glove of Barber. First hit of the game goes to the Spartans. And it's Carly Salisbury will be at first base. Cam Feast steps up, number 6 hitter. Feast is out of the Fort Myers area and previously played at Florida Gulf Coast. Looking for a bunt, and pitch was outside. Oliveria thought about the throw behind. Salisbury, 1 stolen base on the season, so someone that you might need to keep an eye on. That's inside. Just missed Feast that time, so 2 balls, no strikes. Fourth game of the season for Cam Feast. Did have the sac fly last night. The bunt is laid down, and Hines makes the play. Maybe Not sure if that was going to go or stop. It was close. She had to make the quick decision, and if she doesn't make that play, it could be first and second, no outs. That was really close. We're divided in the booth here of whether we think that was going to roll foul or if it was going to stay fair. And that one is fouled off. So it was foul the whole way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Grounder. Nice play. Oh, and they don't get the play at third as the throw from LaRoche. Unable for Neal to make the catch. They would have gotten the lead runner, but now there's no outs and runners on first and third. Tough situation for Wright to work herself out of. Abby Johns, freshman out of Sarasota, steps up to the plate. Runners at first and third, no outs for Wright. Low. Olivia tries to throw over and keep Salisbury close to the bag. Abby Johns batting .200 for the season. She's played in all of the Spartans games. Good pitch on the outside by Wright. Pop fly out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be huge here for Wright. With Johns, the number 7 hitter. We got Yetter on deck and Reynolds in the hole. Ooh, that's going to hit Johns in the back. So the bases are loaded now with no out. Yetter steps in, bases loaded, no outs. That's going to be a pass ball. Play at the plate, and they just get under the tag of Wright. Olivia got the ball pretty quickly over to Wright. And Coach K wants to check this one. So we are going to have a review at Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium to see if Salisbury got in under the tag. We will be back after this. So we just got confirmation on the play that the runner was safe. Salisbury scores, making it 1-0 on the pitch. Runners at second and third, no out. Yetter still standing in. And the Lions have both Bella DiGiulio and Chloe Hokard warming in the bullpen. Pitch is inside. Wright having a tough time in this inning finding the strike zone. Yetter fouls that one away. Yetter, 7 games played, batting average of .091, still early in the season. That one goes inside and Wright hits another one. Yetter goes to first. And you have to wonder if Coach K is going to make the change here. 1-0 still, bases loaded, no outs. And it looks like there is going to be a change. And Bella DiGiulio is going to come in. So as she warms up, we'll take a quick break and be right back on this.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Okay, we're back here. UT just like yesterday with the first run of the game, up 1-0. Reynolds at the plate for the Spartans, and Bella DiGiulio in the circle for St. Leo. Bella on the season has made a couple appearances, 5 innings pitched, and has maybe been Coach Kimberger's most trusted bullpen arm. Two balls coming at, to start the at-bat. But Bella in that 5 innings, a whip of 1, but an ERA of 0.00. You can't do much better than that. Gets that one to slot in for a strike. Grounder foul, and now the count's level at 2 apiece. Big spot here for Bella, sophomore out of Ormond Beach, Florida. Would be a big out to get here because the top of the lineup is coming up. And the Lions still looking to retire anyone. And a nice pitch there by DeGiulio. That's a great start. So Reynolds is retired, and that'll bring Zekman back up to the plate. Ball high. Zekman in her first plate appearance struck out looking. And she went around there. One ball, one strike. Floats it. And they're going to throw it in. Maybe had a chance there to go to second base to get an out. So they go station to station on the base hit up the middle. Feast scores. Zekman with the RBI single. And now Newpaver stands in. Newpaver out of Reddington Beach, Florida. Strike by DeGiulio. Nice pitch there. Gets ahead in the count. 0-2 to Newpaver. Newpaver grounded out in the first inning. That's outside. Nice job by Gabby to keep that one in front of her. Lions really trying to hold the line here because UT does not give up a lot of runs. You don't want to give up a crooked number. That one's right to Neal. Chance, and they're going to get one. So they get the out at second base. That one just got under Bree Neal's glove, but she was able to at least get the put out at second. But Johns scores from third base. Newpaver gets to first on the fielder's choice. And Tampa will have runners at the corners, first and third. And 3 runs already in with Kreidler stepping to the plate. And looks like we're going to have a discussion. Maybe someone left early. And I just think we're going to keep playing, it looks like. Or not. We need to mic up our umpires here. That would bring something extra to the broadcast. We can't, I'm hearing now we can't do that. Well, notice I didn't say that. I don't know if we want to mic up I don't think we want to mic up Coach K. I think she'd not prefer that. So, extended conversation around some decision that coach is not appreciating. And while we wait for that, we want to give a shout out to Hampton Inn & Suites Wesley Chapel, preferred hotel partner of St. Leo Athletics. Located just off of I-75 and minutes away from the Tampa Premium Outlets and the shops at Wiregrass. You can reserve your room now for your next visit here to campus. Big event next week coming up, the Lions Bash, with final home basketball games of the season and many other events happening on campus. Be a great time for you to check out the Hampton Inn & Suites Wesley Chapel. So we're still talking down there, and now I think Coach has said her piece, and we can continue. And Kreidler steps in. DeGiulio trying to keep this at just 3 runs. But Kreidler, as we know, does have some power. Hit a home run last night in the first inning. First inning today, she walked. And became the first base runner of the game. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Spartans trying to fight back from the loss last night. Lions trying to take the series. Tampa trying to level it up and set up a decider. Nice pitch there by Bella. She gets ahead 1-2. The last time St. Leo took a series from Tampa was 2016. So St. Leo trying to do something they haven't done in 10 years, and quite frankly something most teams haven't done against this excellent program of the Spartans. Bella just missed that one. Wanted to have it. Gabby tried to frame it and just didn't get the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. 3-0 lead for the Spartans. That one is outside, and Newpaver takes second base on indifference, really. Gabby didn't want to make that throw to second and then let Yetter run home on the double steal. But Bella's just got to worry about Kreidler at the plate. And she loses her on the outside, so great at bat by Kreidler to fight her way back and lay off some tough pitches. Earns her second walk of the game. And Micaiah Brumbelow, Neal steps up. Looks at strike 1. Brumbelow Neal popped out to Bree Neal in the previous inning to retire the side. She pops this one way up and out of play towards our concessions area. As we know, we've got great concessions here at St. Leo. Make sure you're visiting the concession stands whenever you're in person watching the Lions play. Bella misses that one. Got great hot dogs, hamburgers, popcorn, chips, candy. I'm trying to think what I'm going to hit up at the concession stand between games today. So, already looking forward to that meal, which will be a treat. And a strike 3 call. Brumbelow did not like it, but Bella ends the inning, but the Spartans get 3 runs and take it into the bottom.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
All right, Lions down 3-0 going to the bottom of the second. Good person to have at the plate when you are looking to get some traffic on the base paths and score some runs. Sidney Klein, center fielder. Long wait for Steffes in that half inning, which held some mound meetings, some pitching changes, some reviews. So we'll see how she handles that sit. Klein misses that one. Ball and a strike. Sidney pops this one up, and it's going to stay in play. Oh, it almost stayed in play. That drops right off the top of the fence netting. And Klein gets to live to see another pitch. Sidney, 353 batting average, 934 OPS. 34 at bats for her. And she swings and misses at that one, so strikeout by Steffes. Strike in there. As Antioco steps into the batter's box. One is laced foul. And we see towards former St. Leo Athletic Director Fran Reedy walking into the game. Recently inducted into the Sunshine State Conference Hall of Fame this past fall. Love to see Fran supporting the Lions and this program. One's fouled. Almost a catch there by a fan. Antioco now down in the count 0-2. Rips it. Nice play by Salisbury at first base. 2 outs, and Barber steps in. Barber flares it, and a nice play by Reynolds. So, Barber retired, and it's a 1-2-3.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries, and what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
Salisbury steps in against Bella DiGiulio. Ball on the outside. 3-0 game. Steffes has faced the minimum so far. The Lions already on their second pitcher of the game as DiGiulio replaced Alex Wright in the second inning. Salisbury started that whole rally in the top half of the second with a base hit and eventually came around and scored. That's just missed on the inside. 2 balls and a strike. Salisbury fights it off, count level at 2 apiece. That one's popped back towards us and out of play. Good battle here between Salisbury and DiGiulio. This one's flared up, and Barber calls off LaRoche just in the nick of time and makes the catch. So in this inning, Salisbury retired, and Feast comes up. Feast also scored in the bottom half of the second. reached on a fielder's choice and eventually came around to score. Bella misses that one up high. Ripped straight back up the middle. Klein will feel that it's a base hit for Feast, her first hit of the season. Johns steps in, 1 on, 1 out. Nice pitch on the inside by Bella to get ahead in the count. One's ripped foul down the third base line as Johns got way out ahead of it. 2 strikes. DeJulio up in the count. Grounder foul. It's a big weekend for the Lions and the Spartans, as not only in softball are these two rivals facing off, but also in baseball. Game 1 last night, the Spartans got the better of the Lions down in Tampa. That one's fouled off. In addition to softball and baseball, the Spartans and the Lions just played in women's tennis, with St. Leo coming out on top. St. Leo and University of Tampa will be going. St. Leo and University of Tampa will be going up against each other in beach volleyball at 3 o'clock this afternoon down at University of Tampa. And if that's not enough, the Lions track team is competing at University of Tampa's event today. And if you're looking for flag football, we've got the Spartans and the Lions here at St. Leo tonight. So, big rivalry between these two programs, and lots to watch and to put on the scoreboard. We'll see how it all finishes up, and that one is ripped into left and misplayed. Ball just got past Antioco. Klein cleans it up, but now you got runners at second and third with just 1 out. The bottom of the lineup doing major damage for University of Tampa again. And we're going to have a pitching change as Chloe Hokart's going to step in for Bella Giulio. So we will take a break and be back.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Chloe Hokard stepping in for St. Leo. and good to see her in the circle. First pitch strike. We were checking to see this is in fact Chloe's second appearance of the season. She made one appearance earlier this year, 3 innings pitched, 2.33 ERA. She made that against Chowan last week at the Flagler tournament. One ball, 2 strikes. Yetter at the plate. Dangerous situation for St. Leo with runners at second and third. Johns on second, Feast on third, and just 1 out. Reynolds up next, and then the top of the order. Lions just need to get outs. And it's in there for a strike on a called looking K. Important at bat, and a great start from Chloe Hokard. Chloe, as Lions fans know, had a really great campaign last year as a freshman. The younger sister of Lions ace Tierney Hokard out of Kitchener, Ontario. Good pitch in there. Good body language from Chloe to start this one. And you know, Chloe and Tierney will be probably watching hockey tomorrow morning as Team USA takes on Team Canada for the men's hockey gold medal. Great pitch by Chloe, now ahead in the count 0-2. Team USA trying to make it 2 after Megan Keller won it the other day for the women's team. Ooh, just fouled off that time by Reynolds. Hokard pitching with purpose so far. Hockey runs in the Hokard family. NHL Hall of Famer Adam Oates is, I believe, Chloe and Tierney's uncle. So they know what they're talking about on the ice. That one fouled straight back. Reynolds doing all she can just to stay in this at bat as Hokard is locked in on the strike zone. Have to wonder if maybe Chloe will try to get her to chase something here. And she did. Great job by Chloe. So, Hokard comes in and gets 2 strikeouts and keeps the lead at 3-0. Lions was
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
So as Nia Benedettis steps in to start the Lions half of the 3rd inning, got to give a shout out. 3rd inning brought to you by Turner Family Financial. Your next chapter deserves clarity and confidence. Francis Turner is an alum and a former assistant softball coach and is ready to help you with your financial needs, whether they be Medicare, life, health, ancillary plans, and long-term care. Contact Fran today, former assistant softball coach for St. Leo, 561-229-4405, or by email, fran@buildfinancialfuture.com. Nia looks at that one on the inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Lions still looking for their first base runner, but this is only the Lions' 7th at bat of the game. Seems like we've been up here for a while. We've been going for over an hour. And Nia flares this one to right, and the catch is made. Feast cruised under it. And now Izzy LaRoche, the third baseman, steps in. Fouled back. Steph is doing a great job so far. Faced 7 and put 7 away. And LaRoche hits this one sky high right to the shortstop over second base as Reynolds makes the play, and 2 down. Gabby Oliveria steps in. Gabby's still looking for her first hit of the season. Watches a ball high. Up, let's see. Update from beach volleyball. Lions win that one against Mercer 4-1, which sets up a battle of undefeated teams when they take on UT next. Lions baseball down 5-2 to UT in the top of the 5th inning. And Lions women's basketball playing Nova Southeastern. They just got underway at Rick Case Arena in Fort Lauderdale as well. Gabby ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Bree Neal on deck. Gabby, weak contact out to second base. Yetter runs under it. So, top of the 4th, Lions still down 3-0.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries, and what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
So, Zekman steps in, and the Lions made a Defensive switch, it looks like, as Hannah Durante is in there. Now at third base, replacing Izzy LaRoche. Chloe Hokard still in the circle. Finished that top half of the third well with 2 strikeouts to keep the lead at a at least manageable 3 runs. Strike 2. Zekman with a strikeout and a base hit so far in this one. Down in the count. Chloe almost got her to chase that one up at the top of the zone. This one is tapped, and no chance there. Just really was going to be a very tough play, and it just bounced straight up into the air. If you didn't catch it immediately with the speed of Zekman, that was going to be tough. So great job there by Zekman to get the base hit, and Newpaver steps up. UT looking to get more runs to tack on. Newpaver fouls the bunt attempt down the third base line. Nice pitch in for a strike on the bunt attempt. Chloe once again gets ahead in the count. Newpaver grounded out and had a fielder's choice RBI in the second. Just missed that one on the outside. Good eye by Newpaver. That one gets away, and Zekman will get to second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Foul ball. As Kreidler had to step out of the way of that one in the on-deck circle. Spartans are doing a great job today of working at bats, getting deep into counts, waiting for good pitches to hit, and it's been a recipe for success against the Lions pitching staff thus far. That one gets right over the top of Newpaver. That is not one you lean into. Full count, 3-2. Newpaver works her way back into the at-bat. Hit it, caught it, and Antioco throws it in. So Newpaver's retired, and Zekman is kept at second base. Big bat coming up with Kreidler. The Spartans catcher Now against Chloe Hokard. This is power against power in this battle. Good pitch in there for strike one. Kreidler hasn't really swung the bat very much today. Worked 2 walks in her 2 plate appearances. Now she gets the outside. Chloe ahead. Really doing a great job even in the last inning when she came in of getting ahead of hitters by pounding the strike zone. Couldn't put Zekman away. Had to battle with Newpaver and now ahead on Kreidler. And Kreidler pops it up to Barber, who makes the catch. That's a good connection there. Kenna Kreidler out of Newport Richey and Lexi Barber out of Newport Richey. They went to the same high school. And so those 2 good friends had a chest bump at home plate when Lexi came up to the plate last time. And that time Lexi gets the put out on the pop fly. 2 outs, runners at second, a runner at second. Brumbelow at the plate. Foul back, 1-1. And that one was coming right back at us before it got caught up, deflected by the netting. Chloe had a ball and 2 strikes, trying to post a 0 and give the Lions offense a chance to get going. Ooh, almost got her. Great job by Zekman. As soon as that ball hit the dirt, it was going to be tough to catch her. Great base running. And now you've got another run at third base, but counts at 2-2. And great job by Brumbelow to foul that pitch off. Chloe almost had her, but she got a piece. And Chloe gets her to swing and miss. She's pumped up. She's feeling good, and the Lions will bat in the bottom of the 4th, trying to get something going.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries, and what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
Bree Neal steps in. Lions now finally back to the top of the order. Steffes 9 up, 9 down. Pitching great for the Spartans. You know, it's been a beautiful day so far. Maybe we'll have time between games to call for some Glory Days grill. Glory Days offers food specials, award-winning burgers, and the best wings in town. Stop by their Wesley Chapel location on State Road 54 or order online, which maybe we will do up here at glorydaysgrill.com. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bree. Ground ball, nice play at third, and the throw is in time. Well done there by Newpaver. And a solid throw to Salisbury. Marissa Martinez steps up. Takes ball 1. That gets away. Marissa out of Lando Lakes. Local product here for Coach K. And then another one in the dirt from Steffes. So Lions are finally ahead in a count. 2 balls and no strikes. Little meeting here between Kreidler and Steffes. Good job by Kreidler, just trying to keep Steffes in the right headspace to reset her a little bit because she's been pitching beautifully for the Spartans thus far. That one is right down Main Street for a strike. On the outside, Steffes doesn't get that one. So, Martinez up in the count, 3-1. Lions looking to get on the base pass any way possible. And it's ripped. It's going to be at least a base hit, and it will be a base hit. Good job by Johns of cutting that one off before it got down the line. But the Lions are finally at first base. Steffes retired the first 10. And now Marissa Martinez gets the Lions' first hit of the game. Abby Hines into the batter's box with 1 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. You know, it seems as though with Hokard doing a really nice job in the 3rd and the 4th, and if the Lions can just chip away at this, they might be able to get back into the game. Strike on the inside. And another strike. And Hines hits it. Unfortunately, it's right to Johns. Really good contact, but in the wrong place. Sydney Klein. 2 outs, 1 on. Sydney just missed that one down the first baseline, got ahead of it. And that's a base hit. Martinez will almost commit a pretty big base running error. And in fact, Reynolds turned around for sure to think that she was going to be able to get her at third, was unable to do so, and Martinez just got back in time. Nice base hit by Sydney Klein. Maddie Antioco will step up. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. So, Maddie stepping up. Lions now with a runner in scoring position for the first time all day. Pitches up and inside. And popped up. The play's going to be made by Newpaver, so the Lions' threat goes away. We'll go to the fifth inning after this.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Top of the fifth, Spartans up 3-0. Chloe Hokard still in the circle, and Salisbury steps in. Salisbury with a base hit and a pop out. She started the Spartans' big inning in the second. And that's really the only inning where anyone has scored a run so far. Fouled it back. And 2 balls and 1 strike in this at bat. Oh, great pick there by Chloe. Fielding her position well. Retires Salisbury. Nice job there by Hokard. That was almost self-defense, but it worked out. Leadoff batter is retired. Strike. Chloe ahead in the count. That one misses high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Three balls and 1 strike. Feast ahead in the count. Fielder's choice in the second. Base hit in the third, and then got stranded at third base by the woman in the circle right now. Hokard with a strike. And Chloe loses her there. So Feast gets on the base pass for the 3rd time today. Johns steps up. Strike. So far, a big secret for the success that we've seen from Chloe has been getting ahead in the count. That one is low, but a good job by Gabby of keeping that one in front and keeping Feast at first base. Nice pitch by Chloe. And they got her. They got her at second base. Gabby with a great throw. And we're going to have an immediate challenge from University of Tampa. So we will see if she indeed did get her. We'll take a break and be right back.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
All right, so after a lengthy review and a very close call, there was not enough to overturn it, and it stands as an awesome caught stealing by Gabby Oliveria. Feast unable to make it to second base. Awesome throw. Great tag applied. And Chloe finishes it off with the strikeout of Johns. So we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Still Spartans 3-0.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions.
The national championship.
Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Bottom half of the fifth, Lions down 3-0. Lexi Barber steps in to the batter's box. Pitch on the outside, so ball one. Holly Steffes doing an awesome job. Freshman out of Illinois. Had her first traffic on the base pass to deal with in the last inning. And Barber flies it out. And the catch is made in right field. Nia De Benedetto steps in. I think we've got a new right fielder. Nia rips it, and it's going to fall. Nia's got a chance to cruise for three. No, she's going to go back to second base. It was an aggressive turn at second base. She probably would have been out at third, but when you're down 3-0, you don't want to make an out at third base. Let's just say that. So, awesome job by Nia, who gave that one a ride. The outstretched hand of the center fielder, unable to make the catch. Hannah Durante, her first time at the plate, came in for Izzy LaRoche at third base defensively, and now looking to do some damage with Nia at second base and one out. Watches that one miss. Hannah, no batting gloves for Hannah. You don't often see that. No visor, no glasses either when she plays the field. I don't know if I could do no glasses on a day like today or no visor. That would be, I'm squinting just up here. Two balls and one strike. Hannah is a freshman. out of Boynton Beach, Florida, down in southeast Florida. And it's a strike, just not caught by the catcher. That one's in the dirt. Count is full. Lions hoping to get some runs here. And they've got a speedy runner at second base. And it's in for a ball. Hannah Durante works the walk. Nice job by Hannah. Runners at first and second. And there's going to be now a meeting, and it looks like we might have a pitching change from University of Tampa. Aaron called that one. Coach K, rather. Wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. You've got Nia De Benedettis, who's a very fast runner at second base. Hannah Durante, also one of the Lions' pinch runners when needed. So you've got good speed on the base paths with one out. And you've got Gabby at the plate, the number 9 hitter. Bree Neal in the on-deck circle. So Gabby, after having a pretty big play in the last inning, gunning down the runner, now in a big spot here for the Lions with 2 on and 1 out, and the Lions' best hitter in the on-deck circle. Let's see if Gabby can move these runners along, put a hit in there, keep this train moving. Steffes so far has done a really good job. In the first 3 innings, did not face any issues. 4th inning did a good job of putting out a Lions threat with 2 base runners. She'll have to do it again if Tampa wants to maintain their lead. And we've got a pinch hitter, Amel Salmon, into the game. Amel out of Mississauga, Ontario. The 3rd of the 3 Canadians on the St. Leo squad. Amel's had a couple plate appearances this season. Watches that one. She's been hit by a pitch. And I think Coach K would take that in this instance. That pitch is on the outside, so strike is in. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ooh, got that one too, so count is even. So Steffes drops the ball after she's set to pitch. That counts as a ball. That makes the count full. Oh, and Salmon just stays alive. Fouls that one off. Just got a piece. Full count. 3-run game. Tying run at the plate. And it's missed high. So, bases are loaded. Bree Neal steps to the plate. That is the last person you want to see at the plate if you are the University of Tampa Spartans. Holly Steffes has her work cut out for her. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bree so far today has not reached. Now would be as good a time as any. Nice pitch on the outside. Well framed by Kreidler. That pitch is a little bit farther outside. Bone ball and 1 strike. Lions with some good speed at third base and DeBenedettis. So you have to think pretty much anything into the outfield, Nia's going to have a good chance to score. Durante at second base, also with good speed. 2 balls and 1 strike. So if Bree can put this one out there and it drops in, Hannah's got a really good chance to come home as well. And Bree rips it right to the left fielder. DeBenedettis tags, and she will score relatively easily. The play at third is dropped, and so the Lions get a sac fly from Neal to score DeBenedettis. Heads up base running by Durante, who on the throw home tagged. And the throw from Kreidler just unable to make the catch. So we've got another question here. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Lions 2 outs, runners at second and third. Martinez at the plate. Remember in the her last at bat, she put the ball into the outfield, and that would tie the game, another hit like that. So Coach Cantor deciding to make a change, and we will be right back on the Sunshine State Digital Network after this. So pitching change for University of Tampa. Gwen McGinnis into the circle. 5 appearances for her, 4 starts. Believe she started the game last night for the Spartans. So a big spot for Coach Cantor to put her ace into the game to get this important out. Drilled up the middle and a big hit for Martinez. and it's misplayed by the center fielder, and both runs will score. Durante comes in and Salmon comes in. Martinez does her job with her second hit of the game, and it's all tied at 3. Brand new ball game at Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium. Abby Hines steps in, and now the Lions have the go-ahead run at first base. What a comeback effort for the Lions. Steffes retired the first 10 batters that she faced, but Martinez got the first hit, and since then the Lions consistently putting people on the base paths. That will close the book on Steffes, who I think will be on the hook for 3 runs. And Hines misses that one, takes Alex Wright off the hook for the loss, and puts Chloe Hawkard in line for something if the Lions can take the lead. Abby watches that one. Ooh, good pitch on the outside for a strike. Abby fouls that one down the third baseline. Just got ahead of it. McInnes last night did take the loss. Gave up the home run to Bree Neal. And that pitch is on the inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch is the outside. So, full count. Abby Hines working her hardest. And flared into center field for a base hit. Abby Hines gets her first base hit of the game. After flying out and lining out, finally gets one to sneak through just past the outstretched arm of Reynolds. And Sydney Klein steps in with the go-ahead run in scoring position. Sydney fouls this one way back. Sydney had a base hit in the 4th inning. Base hit would be nice here with Martinez at second base. Lions are going to probably be aggressive trying to get that lead run in. Pitch is outside. And that one probably stays in. Is the catch made? It's made. What a play by Reynolds. The left fielder had a long way to run and does a great job to end the threat. However, the Lions put up 3. We'll head to the 6th in a brand new ball game.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
So we get back to the 6th inning, and it looks like we've got a pinch hitter for the Spartans. It's Lennox Ulrich. Lennox out of Plant City High School. When we're talking about Plant City at this time of year, it's almost time for the Strawberry Festival. I know I'll be there. I looked at some of the musical acts this year, some big musical acts. I know Jonathan Glass will be there. He's a big country music guy. He's never been, wow, that is shocking. I'll be there. 2 balls and no strikes. This one is golfed to Antioco, who makes the catch. So 1 retired, and that'll bring up Reynolds to the plate. No, we've got another pinch hitter. So Ulrich batted for Yetter, and now we've got Campbell, Bella Campbell stepping in to bat for Reynolds. Bella Campbell out of Waco, Texas. Home of the Baylor Bears. Baylor, of course, as Lions fans know, made a visit with their acro and tumbling team to St. Leo to take on our Lions in what was an awesome event.
For Tampa, number 11, Bella Campbell.
Bella Campbell, 4 games played so far. Still looking for her first hit of the season. It's a ball 1. That one's foul back. Good pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chloe tries to drop that one in, unable to do so. Campbell ahead in the count, 2-1. Just missed that one. So 3 balls and 1 strike. UT looking to get some base runners for the top half of the lineup, which we know is dangerous. Grounder to Neal. Neal does a great job because that final bounce almost came up and bit her, but she keeps it in front. Nice quick glove and a nice dish over to Abby Hines at first. 2 outs. Zekman, 2 hits today. You'd prefer to get her at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on, and that's the situation the Lions face them see at this moment. Did strike out in the first inning, but had a base hit RBI and a base hit in the 4th. Tries to slap that one and takes the strike. Lions with some momentum now And really it started with those 2 strikeouts that Chloe Hokard had at the bottom of the top of the 3rd inning. 3-0 game, runners at 2nd and 3rd. Great job by Chloe. That one, could be a huge play. So Durante does make the stop. Would have been really tough to get the speedy Zekman at first base. Hines does a good job of keeping the ball at least in front of her. And that's the 3rd hit of the game for Zekman. New paver to the plate. Takes strike 1. Just missed that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. New paver 0 for 3 on the day. Coach Cantor hoping she turns that around here. And that one is fouled up and away. Hokard up in the count, 1-2. Missed that one outside. Count level at 2. Ground ball just fouled down past Hines. And that one is fouled over the Tampa dugout on the 3rd base line. New paver doing a really good job of battling in this at bat, trying to get her first hit of the game. Ooh, just missed that pitch on the outside. So count has run full. Spartans still doing their best, trying to extend at bats. And Durante makes the catch on that one. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Lions.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries? And what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
So, bottom of the 6th, here we go. Maddie Antioco steps in. Another Newport Richie product. Ooh, stepped into that one. I think that went off her bat. I think that's... So, 2 balls, 1 strike. And just got under it. It's in play. What a catch made by the right fielder for University of Tampa. Joey Trawick. Or rather, Joey Trawick. Lexi Barber at the plate. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Lions trying to find a run here, maybe to give Chloe a chance to finish the game in the top of the 7th. McGinnis still in there. McGinnis so far, and that is hit deep, but not deep enough. Good contact. Ball was flying out to left field, but Johns was able to cruise under it. Nia DeBenedettis, who had the double and started the big inning for the Lions in the 5th, now up to the plate. And another base hit for Nia. 2 for 3 day for her. Hannah Durante up, and you have to think Nia with 2 outs here is going to be pretty aggressive. Hannah watches that one. Kreidler's going to need to do a good job making sure that DeBenedettis does not get into scoring position. Ooh, tough pitch on the outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Durante fouls this one, and it lands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ooh, got Hannah on that changeup. And so McGinnis works around the 2-out single. We'll go to the 7th after this.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Top of the 7th, and we are just where we were yesterday. Tie game. Top of the 7th, yes, last night. UT pushed a run across to take the lead. Let's see what they can put up here. Kenna Kreidler, dangerous, dangerous batter. Strike two, nice pitch by Chloe. Kreidler reached in her first 2 at-bats via the walk and then popped out in the 4th. Chloe trying to get Kenna to chase and extend the zone. She does not. And so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another pitch on the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good plate discipline by Kreidler. We've seen that for sure today as she's, like we said, already worked a couple of walks. That one bounces in, and the count has run full. Can tell the Lions have been very careful with how they've pitched Kreidler today, trying to keep her in the park. And that is low, so Kreidler works her 3rd walk of the game. Leadoff runner. Good start for Tampa in the top of the 7th inning. Pinch hitter, perhaps, or pinch runner? Pinch hitter. So 25, Kelsey Winters replacing Micaiah Brumble-O'Neill. Kelsey Winters started her career at Iowa, but she's from Wesley Chapel, Florida, so a lot of fans in the stands here for her. The bunt, and Durante does a good job of fielding it, but Winters does the job, gets Kreidler to second base. Salisbury now at the plate, 1 of 3 on the day. Good pitch in for Chloe to start the at-bat. That one is up at the top. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice pitch in from Chloe. She's ahead in the count. Pop up and hits the base runner. You don't often see that. So Hokard and Oliveria were running after it, and it falls on top of Salisbury, making her way down the first baseline. So still 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one is scooped foul towards the concession stands. And another pitch fouled off. Salisbury really working this count. Chloe sitting in the 70s on her pitch count. It was at 68 entering this at bat. And another one fouled back. Quite a battle here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 7 pitches already in this at bat. Good job by Gabby of keeping that one in front of her. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Chloe gets her to swing and miss. So Salisbury is retired. 2 outs, runner on second base. Cam Feast at the plate. Or
She's putting Cam back in.
Feast is going to replace Trewick, who replaced her in the field. I'm not sure, did Trewick get an at bat? I don't think so.
Batting for Tampa, number 14, Cam Feast.
So Feast today has had some luck, gotten on base. Hokard now at 77 pitches. First pitch fouled away by Feast. Fielder's choice, base hit, and a walk for Feast. Lions hoping for the first time all day they can stop her from getting on the base paths. Tough pitch in there. Chloe wanted it, didn't get it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ooh, there we go. Good pitch there, no doubter. Feast swings through it. And now Hokard in great position. Ooh, that one is ripped. The throw in to the plate, and Kreidler scores. So the Spartans take the lead on a clutch 2-out, 2-strike hit by Cam Feast. Antioco did what she could to try to get that one in. And just like yesterday, the University of Tampa in the top of the 7th inning takes the lead. Not much separating these two teams. Abby Johns steps up, trying to get insurance runs now. Foul back. One ball, one strike. You got to think Chloe Hokard has really, the reason why the Lions are in this game is she's done an awesome job. Just her first earned run of the game there. Came in at the bottom of the third, did great work. Good pitch on the outside. And if she can make an out here, the Lions have a chance in the bottom of the seventh to reward her if they can push some runs across. She's got to get out of this one. Misses that one up high. One is fouled up and out of play. Pitch is low, full count now. Ground ball. Barber got the play to Hines, so that'll do it for the top of the seventh, but Tampa critically takes the lead. We'll be back. Lions.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Bottom of the seventh. We got a pinch batter here. Haley Thomas. Stepping in for Gabby Olavarria. Lions looking to get some base runners. Haley in. Watches a strike one from McGinnis. Pitches up and out of the zone. One ball, one strike. Lions have had some come from behind victories here in the bottom of the seventh at home so far. They've lit up Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium once against Mississippi College, and the bunt, but it's right back to the pitcher. The throw is lollipopped over. Thomas is going to go to second base, and she's in. So the bunt was squarely at McGinnis, and she just threw it over the head of the first baseman. Haley Thomas does her thing, and now the Lions immediately have that tying run at second base. And Bree-Neal's been in this position before, ladies and gentlemen. Last night with a runner on, down a run in the bottom of the seventh, she went yard against this very same pitcher. Bree's going to lay the bunt down. Is she going to make it? She's not. Well done. That's how you throw to first base. New Paver makes the out, but there's a runner at third base with less than 2 outs. With Martinez at the plate. Martinez already with a couple big hits today. If she can get anything into the outfield in this at bat, we're going to have at least a tie game. So we've got a pinch runner. And I think that's Tegan. No, that's Tegan Larimore. Even more speed on the base pass for the Lions.
Inside the third for the Lions, number 12, Tegan Larimore. Now batting number 4, Marissa Martinez.
That pitch is a ball on the outside. Good pitch there on the outside by McGinnis. Martinez with the red, white, and blue USA, or some would say maybe the icy bat. Ground ball. There's going to be a play at the plate, and it's safe. Tegan Larimore gets in under the tag. That's why you put her in at third base on the pinch run. And that was fast. Tegan got down that line, and she got under the tag. Nothing much the second baseman Yetter could do. Made a nice play. The throw was just maybe a little bit too high for Kreidler to get down and apply the tag. And we're tied again, 4-4. And now the winning run is at first base. Martinez is there. Hines watches strike one. Hines through the middle. It's a base hit. Martinez is in at second and Hines is in at first. Lions with the winning run in scoring position. And looks like we might have a pitching change coming up here. McGinnis will exit. And Kelsey Winters is going to come in, but we're going to take a break as she gets warmed up and be right back on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
What makes the difference between a good life and a great life? What gives us strength to pursue the hard over the easy? What inspires us to reach beyond our boundaries? And what allows us to choose faith instead of fear? It's courage, pushing us further than we've ever been before. St. Leo University. Courage to be more.
So Lions also with a change as we come back here in the bottom of the 7th. Prez Paluski comes in for Martinez to pinch run. And UT with the pitching change, Kelsey Winters comes into the game. Kelsey coming in to pitch. She'll face off against Sydney Klein. Klein watches a strike. And it's popped up shallow and caught there by Reynolds, the shortstop. Klein just got under that one, didn't quite square it up. Maddie Antioco into the batter's box. Maddie 0 for 3 on the day. Now would be a great time. Ball inside. Another pitch up and out of the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. Lexi Barber in the on-deck circle. That one is also going to miss. 3 balls, no strikes. Oh, we have also a pinch runner at first. I missed that one. Shy Waller. Cheyenne steps in. She's at first base. And it's inside. Antioco, 4-pitch walk. Barber steps into the batter's box. Barber lined out in the 2nd, flew out in the 5th and the 6th. But there's nowhere to put him, ladies and gentlemen, so Winters is going to have to find the strike zone here. And she does not find it on pitch 1. You have to think, after a 4-pitch walk, that Barber is going to keep the bat on her shoulder until she sees a strike. Or at least that's my perspective, never as a softball coach. That one is in there for a strike. So now the at-bat gets interesting. 1 ball, 1 strike. Winning run at third base, Prez Paluski. That's bounced in, and that was a little bit dangerous. Kreidler staying in front of it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Barber watches a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Winters. Will Alexis Barber be the hero, or will we go to extras? She hits it, but it's right to the left fielder, Johns. So she gave it a ride, just in the wrong spot. We'll go to the extra innings after this.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Let's play extra innings here. Chloe Hokard back in the circle. Yetter at the plate. Good pitch on the outside. It's a strike. Ooh, that was pretty close. Did not get it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chloe, I think, wanted to know where she missed on that one. Cheyenne Waller stays in the game at first base defensively. Ground ball. Barber picks it. And a good stretch there. Nice defense by the Lions. Reynolds at bat. Hokard starts the at bat off with a ball. Lions looking to put up a 0 here and give a chance for the offense, which has been hot, to keep rolling. Bunt. And Waller makes a great play at first base. She read the bunt, dives in there. Awesome job by Cheyenne. The redshirt senior, one of the most veteran players in the Lions program out of Inverness, Florida, dives to make that one 2 outs. And of course, it's Zekman. Lions getting to face her once again with nobody on and 2 outs, which is what you want to do considering she's got 3 hits today already. Slaps that one foul. And she tries another slap down the line and behind it once again. Chloe ahead 0-2, but Zekman is a tough customer to put out even when she's down, and maybe especially when she's down in the count. Just finds a way to get on base. Chloe tried to get her to extend. Unable to do so. Missed that one. Two balls, two strikes. Count is level. Zekman battling away. Chloe missed it. And now the count is full. And another pitch is fouled off. Quite a battle at this at-bat. Already the 7th pitch of the at-bat incoming. And another ball fouled off by Zekman. Another one of the local products in this game out of Wesley Chapel, Wiregrass Ranch High School. And just missed it up high. Zekman works the walk. Newpaver steps in with 2 outs, 1 on. And looks like we've got a change incoming here from Coach Kimberger. Chloe Hokard is going to step out. Chloe went deep in this one. Pitch count was in the 90s, I believe. Might have been running out of gas a little bit. I did not catch the number of who's coming in, but we'll find out pretty quickly. It might be Tierney, and it is Tierney. So Hokard, who pitched last night, steps in for her sister. We'll be back after this.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference. We're
So Tierney Hokard looking to get an out here for the Lions against Newpaver and put St. Leo in a position to try to win this thing in the bottom of the 8th. Turn to bunt, the throw, and great job by Zekman of getting in under the throw. One ball, no strikes. Zekman's in scoring position again. They're going to say she did not go on the bunt attempt, so it is a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Fouled right over towards the concession stand. Just missed on the outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. New Pavers 0 for 4. And a strike in there makes the count full. Popped up. Durante's under it, makes the catch. So Hokard comes in and does her job. Lions have a chance to win it. Bottom of the 8th.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
If you're hearing John Bon Jovi, that means to start the bottom of the 8th. Nia De Benedettis is at the plate. Great situation for the Lions here if Nia could get on base, and she's done it already twice today. 2 for 3, a double she came around to score on in the 5th, and a single in the 6th. Winters still in the game in the circle. Good pitch in there. Nia watches strike 1. Ooh, tough pitch, and Nia holds off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tough pitch there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one's, on the far reaches of the plate. De Benedettis caught looking. Hannah Durante. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. That's a strike. Lions not swinging a lot at Winters here in this at bat. And Coach K wants a little bit of a confab. Maybe telling the girls it's okay to swing the bat. Beautiful day here at Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium. Wind kind of picking up a little bit and pushing everything out towards left field. Temperatures in the mid-80s. Perhaps the warmest day of 2026 so far here in Pasco County. Although we do have a cold snap scheduled in a couple days. So, 1 out, 0-1 the count, tie game, top of the eighth or bottom of the eighth inning. Durante at the plate. She swings, puts it out to center field. Zechman is there to make the catch. 2 down. And first plate appearance today for Ayani Hernandez. First pitch in there for a strike by Winters, who has done a really nice job since she came in to keep this game going in the 7th inning. Ooh, that one got Kreidler right off the mask. Ground ball. Nice play made by Reynolds to Salisbury. 1-2-3 inning for Winters. We'll go to the 9th.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Kenna Kreidler at the plate, top of the 9th. Tierney Hokard still in the circle. Tierney Hokard trying to get Kreidler to do something that she has not done a lot today, swing the bat. She's worked 3 walks already. She scored the go-ahead run in the top of the 7th inning. And did not go around on the appeal. 2 balls, 1 strike. Skied. Barber under it, makes the catch. Ball trying to bring down rain, but there's not a cloud in the sky. 1 out. Kreidler is retired. Winters, her second plate appearance, was retired in the 7th. Good pitch in there by Tierney. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one is fouled off. Tierney ahead in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. You have to wonder, given what happened in the game last night and so far today, what the pitching will look like for the final game of the series. And Hokard gets the outside that Winters got in the last inning. There's 2 down. Salisbury up to the plate. And it is sky deep into the gap. And a great catch made by Antioco. So the left fielder makes the catch at the warning track. That will do it for the Tampa Spartans half. Lions, bottom of the 9th coming up.
First 50 years of the Sunshine State Conference. Inspired champions and built a legacy rooted in excellence. A legacy built from a single sport to a conference of national champions. Threaded through geography, fueled by growth, defined by excellence. 135 team national titles, 173 individual champions, and hundreds of Scholar All-Americans. Always at the top of NCAA Division II. Looking ahead, we reflect on where we started, where we are, and where we're going. The Sunshine State Conference, where success thrives.
Bree Neal, top of the 9th, top of the or bottom of the 9th, top of the order for the Lions. Ground ball, foul. Winters still in the circle for the Spartans. Bree so far today grounding out, but did get an RBI in the 5th. She's 0 for 3. 0 for 2, rather. She had the sacrifice in the 7th inning, but now she finds herself down in the count 0 and 2. Ground ball. Well played by New Paver, and Neal is retired. Marissa Martinez has had a lot of luck at the plate today. Looks at strike 1. Ground ball. Tough play in the hole. Not going to be in time. Got away from Salisbury at first base and rolled, but Martinez was running up the line to try to beat out the throw. So, winning run at first base, Abby Hines at the plate. Hines comes back in for Shy Waller. That is the, by the way, 3rd hit of the game for Marissa Martinez. Excellent game for her. Got the line started and continues to hit. Hines looks at that one that drops in for a strike. Up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sydney Klein on deck. And just missed that one up at the top. 2 balls and 1 strike. Abby with 2 base hits in the 5th and the 7th. Looking for hit number 3 here. That drops in to the dirt for a ball. Hines, patient at bat. If she can work a walk, Sydney Klein will have a chance to bat with the winning run in scoring position. Winter's pitch. It's down the first base line. Hines is going to get into first base, and Martinez is going to come all the way around to 3rd, and now Klein's going to have a chance to bat with the winning run at 3rd base with less than 2 outs. Huge hit by Abby Hines. 3 hits in a row in this one. Got a meeting at the mound coming here for UT. The Lions are also going to huddle up. And you wonder if the Lions will make another change at 3rd base on a pinch runner or not. So, Coach Cantor trying to set up the defense. Coach Kimberger trying to set up the offense. Hines and Martinez will stay in the game. Sidney Klein steps up to the plate. You got to think the Tampa defense, the infielders are going to be in, and they are. They don't want to let a run score on a grounder. Klein watches a ball outside. Antioco at the on-deck circle. Klein definitely somebody that can get the ball to the outfield. And I think they're going to put her on here, folks. Kreider just standing up, and they are going to put her on. There's ball 3. So with second base open, they want the force out at home, and they don't like the matchup with Klein. Bases are loaded, nowhere to put them now. Maddie Antioco steps into the batter's box. One out. Takes any sort of tag play at home plate on a ground ball out of the question. And Maddie almost got enough of that one. Just got on top of a really good pitch to hit there. Outfield is about as in as it's going to get because anything deep is probably going to score anyway. Great pitch on the outside by Winters. 0-2. Antioco now's got to defend and at least put this ball in play. Ground ball. It's fair. It's a fair ball and the Lions win. Maddie Antioco puts it over the first base line. And Marissa Martinez fittingly scores the game-winning run. But we're going to get a review. We are going to get a review. And we're going to have to wait and see on this one. It'll be a very anticipated call. Maddie Antioco down the first base line. Did it go over that bag? Pretty close. From my angle, I thought it did travel over the bag, but we're about to find out pretty quickly. So, you have to challenge it if you're UT. Makes sense for Coach Cantor. We're all awaiting this decision. The ball got past Salisbury at first base. She was playing in. It definitely took a couple bounces inside the base path, and it looked like it traveled over first base from our angle, although we're not down the line. So hard for us to make that determination. But even if you are down the line, hard to make the determination because you don't know where the ball's flight is as it goes over the bag. Is there going to be enough evidence to overturn? If there is, Antioco will go back in an 0-2 count. If there isn't, we're going to take a break, and the Lions will have their first ever series win in 10 years against the University of Tampa. We've got the umbrella placed over the monitor to make sure that everybody gets a good angle on this. And Mary Cannon Cabot Stadium is pretty quiet. You could hear a pin drop here as the Lions await the news. Is Maddie Antioco the hero of Game 2 of this series? Pretty important call. You want to get this one right no matter which way it goes. A lot of pointing and gesticulating at the monitor. You know, unless you've got a drone over first base angle, which I don't think we have, got to be hard to make that one. Maybe trying to piece two different angles together to see where the flight of the ball is, and here we go. It's decision time. The play stands and the Lions win. The play stands and the Lions win Game 2 of the series. The Spartans are not happy, but the Lions, powered by Maddie Antioco's game-winning RBI over first base, take Game 2 of the series, secure a series win for the first time since 2016 against the University of Tampa Spartans.
Bottom of the ninth, the Lions win 5-4. Fans will be back here in approximately 30 minutes
So,
for Game 2.
Lions now will have half an hour left. They'll go for the series sweep when we come back for Game 3.